On this beautiful and sunny day, I would like to show you a wonderful manor owned by a noble family with beautiful lawns, flowers, and fruit trees. And looked after by a very good gardener by the name of Larson.
And how are my roses? All doing well, I see. Good. Ah, still showing off how ripe and golden your pears are. I know the master loves these old trees, but they'll have to go.
Larson! I say! Larson! Stop that! Stop that at once! Thank you, Larson. Look, I thought I expressly told you to leave these trees alone.
They're dead, sir. If I don't take them down, the November storms will. The house could get damaged. Worse, someone could get hurt.
But you can't cut my great-grandfather's trees down, Larson. They're traditional. They've been here for over 100 years.
And so have these crows, sir.
Ha ha! Ha ha!
Show some respect, Carl. If you must laugh at your father, please do it without pointing. Oh, not Larson trying to cut down the family trees again, husband. Every year it's the same. We come back from the city and he's giving himself airs like he owns the place. Ooh. You've got enough land for your mouldy old vegetables already, Larson. And if you're not happy, we'll hire ourselves another gardener who is, understand? Oh, I don't know what we pay that gardener for. These pears aren't a patch on the ones we tasted at the Olsons. Send for Larson.
Well, perhaps the Olson's pears were a little sweeter, but what can Larson do about it?
He can grow better fruit, husband, that's what. And if you loved me at all, you'd make sure he does.
Larson, when we dined yesterday with the Olsons, we ate a splendid variety of apple and pear. So, could you find out where their gardener is getting them from?
And get some cuttings for our garden while you're at it.
Yes, of course, Mom. But I think you'll find...
Why, yes, the Olsons get their apples and pears from here. But you know full well all this wonderful fruit is surplus produce from your own garden.
Preposterous! Prove it, Larson. I want a written assurance. Preposterous!
Larson's garden produced wonderful fruit all that summer. The mistress sent baskets to all her friends, the local landed gentry, and anyone else she wanted to impress, even the princess herself.
Oh, wonderful, Your Highness. Thank you, thank you.
Please, everyone, yes. Let us enjoy the dessert at once.
Well, this story didn't stay a secret for very long.
Our melons are eaten at court every day, don't you know? Oh.
Yes, they all eat her estate's melons. Yes,
2, no, 3 times a day.
Larson had his work cut out for him now. The family's name was on every tongue as a brand of quality for its fine fruit.
Something for the princess, if you wish. I thought it might be to her liking.
You have good taste, Larson. Thank you.
Now, dear, don't give him a swelled head. Oh. Go on, shoo, shoo, shoo.
Oh, what a beautiful flower. So blue. Your gardener Larson grew it, yes?
Oh, no. It's the celebrated lotus flower of India, no less.
Oh, really? Wonderful.
Drat, where is it?
We'll never find it.
Sir, madam, may I be of help?
Larson, we're actually wondering. Well, may we see the lotus flower?
The lotus flower?
Yes, you know, the big blue flower we sent to the castle.
I want one too.
I'm afraid you won't find it in here, sir.
What?
It's the flower of the pea plant.
A vegetable? How could you have sent such a flower up to the house? And we will look ridiculous.
Maybe the princess has already found out.
Don't say that. Where is it? Oh, over here.
Oh, my goodness, my poor flower.
Oh. We must apologize.
Yes, please accept our humblest apology.
Oh, well, never mind. It was obviously an accident. But how did it happen?
I'm afraid my wife, we, made a mistake. The flower we gave you wasn't from India at all.
Yes, it turns out the thing was a common or garden pea plant. But don't worry, Your Majesty. The gardener concerned has been well scolded.
You mean Larson? Oh, no. You really shouldn't have done that. You see, I knew at once it couldn't have been from India, but I would never have guessed it was a pea plant flower. Larson has opened our eyes to an exquisite flower and shown us beauty where we did not expect to find it.
Huh?
Right under our very noses.
Now I look at it, it is rather, lovely.
Do please ask Larson to send one up to my room every day.
Of course, Your Majesty, we'd be honoured, Your Highness.
A blue pea plant flower for the princess every day, sir? Yes. I'm sure we can manage that.
Thank you so much, my dear Larson. By the way, the princess says to thank you. She rates you very highly as a gardener, and so do I. Well done.
Oh.
You were right, Larson. Those old dead trees wrecked our bedroom. I should have listened to you years ago.
Larson! That's it. We could have all been killed last night thanks to you. You knew this might happen, and yet you did nothing.
Now, dear. Larson did say the family trees were dangerous, and I still wouldn't let him cut them down. So if all this is anybody's fault, it's mine.
Oh, just you wait, husband.
Don't worry. She'll calm down. Look, Larson, you are the gardener here.
And so it came to pass. The estate became known far and wide as Larson's Gardens, and flourished for many generations to come. Here in Denmark, we have a saying: to make soup from a sausage peg. That's this, the little stick on the scrunched up bit left over at the end. But what does this saying mean? Well now, who better to ask than the mice? For our leftovers are their feasts, and it just so happens they're having their annual banquet tonight.
Well now, Miss Kitchen Mouse. Mouldy bread, rancid bacon rind, and cow's milk 3 weeks sour? Another excellent feast. And another huge sausage end, with a sausage peg too. Wherever did you get it from?
Oh, just an old storyteller friend, Your Highness.
No one too close, I hope. For after tonight's spread, I've a good mind to marry you.
Oh.
If you were a princess, I mean.
Talking of which, dear, it really is time you chose between these 3 eligible princesses. That is why I invited them here after all.
Look, can't we talk about something else, Mother?
I'm sorry, dear. You really must choose this year. Or stand down as king. You know the mouse rules.
Very well. Respected rodents and venerable vermin, I have decided to choose who will be my queen by holding a contest. You all know the saying, soup from a sausage peg. Well, whosoever shall go out into the world and bring me back the recipe for this fabled soup shall be my bride. And, according to our ancient law scrolls, all royal contests must be made open to everyone, whether highborn, common, or field mouse. Correct, Princess?
Yes, sir. That is the law, but...
Very well. Then I declare this contest open. So, ladies, who's first?
I am... Bye.
And so, the first mouse princess headed north, in search of the recipe the Mouse King had requested.
I am looking for a recipe because I want to make some soup out of a sausage peg.
Ah, soup, you see? From a sausage peg like this one, you see?
Garn! Never heard the like. Not round these parts. No how.
Oh.
Good moon to you, strange lady mouse. I say, that happens to be just the thing we're looking for. Can we have it?
My sausage peg? Well, I do need it for my special quest, but I'll lend it to you if you like. Oh. stew is made.
Good Miss Mouse. You have shown us kindness, so we have it within our power to grant you a wish.
Oh, I desire only to know the secret of making soup from my sausage peg.
But we've just shown you. We took your humble peg from the end of some sausage and used it to make something wonderful. That's what soup from a sausage peg means.
But I was hoping for a recipe for the soup itself.
Ooh. Look, I really must fly, but just so you don't go home completely empty-handed. Bye-bye, Miss Mouse. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Days passed, and the first Mouse Princess made her way back to the Mouse King court.
And so I could find no such recipe, Your Majesty. I may not be able to get soup from a sausage peg, but look what I can do!
Violets! I'm allergic to violets!
Oh!
Next!
Not knowing where to start, the second princess did the sensible thing and went to ask her wise old grandmother.
Soup from a sausage peg, eh? Then become a poet, dear. For poets cook up all kinds of food for thought out of the tiniest crumbs of ideas.
A poet? But how, Grandmother?
Wisdom, imagination, and feeling. Go out into the world and get those into you, dear, and you'll be on your way.
Then a poet I shall be.
Now go to the ant. Consider her ways and be wise.
You have come to the right place, Princess Mouse. For we ants are indeed the wisest, best organised creatures of all. See that clumsy oaf there? No one will help him because every ant is taught to think of two things only: himself and how best to do exactly as I say.
So, who do I go to if I want to get the most wisdom into me?
Why, me, of course. For I am the source of all wisdom round here.
I see. Well, thanks very much. Wisdom tastes a bit like chicken.
Having gotten wisdom into her, the princess now went to the wood nymph in search of imagination.
Plucked from the wing of my fantasy friend, imagination himself, a poet's quill. Oh, don't mind if I do.
And then lastly, to literally get feeling into her, she went back to the library, where she devoured every romantic novel.
First few chapters were great, but the ending needed more salt.
Eventually, she returned to the Mouse King's court.
And so, Your Majesty, the secret of getting soup from a sausage peg is me! For I am now a special poet. And I can cook up beautiful stories and songs. Thusly.
Next!
And so, the third Mouse Princess travelled to the other side of town.
Now, children, you're not starving. I fed you all earlier, so stop making so much soup out of a sausage peg.
Soup out of a sausage peg?
And so, she climbed up to find out more.
Hello? Did someone up here mention making soup from a sausage peg?
Well, hello there. I'm an owl. My children and I eat moles, voles, shrews, and mice.
Well, isn't that a coincidence? Because I'm a very rare kind of owl-eating mouse.
Well, I don't swallow that for one moment, Miss Mouse. But I admire your spirit. Come on in and meet the children. In you go.
Ooh! Oh!
So the mouse helped the owl train her children for life in the outside world.
Oh! Oh, that tickles!
No, children. Pounce with your feet, then peck with your beaks.
And in return, the owl told the mouse all she needed to know about making soup from a sausage peg. Back at the mouse court, the third princess told the king all she had learnt.
And so, Your Majesty, the truth is, no such actual recipe exists. It's just a saying, meaning everything and nothing, depending on how you use it.
Which means, dear, this whole contest itself has been soup from a sausage peg. So, you must choose a bride now, or stand down as king.
Very well, Mother. Well, I suppose I could use someone to do my paperwork for me.
Wait, Your Majesty. She's wrong. There is a recipe, and I know it.
You do, Miss Kitchen Mouse? Phew. Then by all means, show us.
In fact, there's only 3 ingredients to it, sire. The first is boiling water. The second, of course, is a sausage peg.
And the third? Well, child, out with it.
Royal mousetail man.
Oh!
You just stick your tail into the boiling water, keep swishing it round for an hour or so, and it makes the most delicious soup known to mousekind.
And you're sure it has to be royal mousetail?
Oh, yes, Your Highness. Only yours or the Queen Mother's will do.
Oh! Well, I, for one, am prepared to take her word for it. How about you, Mother?
Yes, well, we only wanted to know what the recipe is, didn't we? We don't have to taste it.
My thinking exactly, Mother. Which means Miss Kitchen Mouse has won the contest. Well, clever Miss Kitchen Mouse, will you be my queen?
Gladly, sire.
Mwah!
And the king married the kitchen mouse. And to this very day, mice the world over still argue about how this sausage peg soup might actually taste. Which is all a bit of a soup from a sausage peg in itself, don't you think?